Good morning, friends. Myself Kanhaiya Jha, and I am continuing my lecture on capacitor. Today I will discuss first different types of capacitor. What are the different types of capacitor? In the capacitor, mainly we will understand parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor means two plates will be parallel to each other. Two plates will be parallel to each other. What does it mean? Suppose that this is a plate and this is another plate, and these two plates are kept parallel to each other. These two plates are kept parallel to each other. This means that suppose that this is one plate, this is second plate, this is the first plate, this is the second plate. Both plates is kept parallel to each other. This is known as parallel plate capacitor. Both area will be something like say A and A. Both area are taken same area, and let's say this is the D, a small d. This is taken as a small d. A small d is the distance between two plates of the capacitor. What is small d? A small d is the distance between two plates of capacitor. कैपेसिटर के दो प्लेट के बीच का डिस्टेंस इज नॉन एज स्मॉल d. क्लियर? व्हाट इज A? A is area of the plate of capacitor. Area of plate of the capacitor. Clear? See cylindrical capacitor. What is cylindrical capacitor? In this capacitor will be in the form of a cylinder. You all know what is cylinder? For example, this marker is in the shape of a cylinder. So there is one cylinder, and then after another cylinder is covering this one. One cylinder and another cylinder is covering this one. That is known as cylindrical capacitor. This is inner, this is outer surface. So there is two surfaces. First cylinder, and then after there will be second surface. Clear? On the first surface, let's say plus Q charge is there. On the second surface, minus Q charge, equal and opposite charge, because you know that plus will induce, minus induction, you know no, charge due to induction. So if there will be plus Q charge on this plate, so on this plate there will be minus Q charge. This is known as spherical capacitor. Spherical capacitor means you can imagine a football. So on the football there is one layer of football, and then a bigger radius, second layer of football. So first layer of football, and then a little big radius, that is second layer of football. This is known as a small d. This is known as a small d. A small d is what? Distance between two plates of the capacitor. So this is the first plate of the capacitor, and this is the second plate of the capacitor, and this is a small d is what? Distance between the plate of capacitor. Clear? This can be in any form. For example, this is what? This is disc. What is this? This is disc. You all know what is disc? There is a difference between ring and disc. In class 11, in the notation chapter, you will study this thing. That ring is like this, no? Ring is like this. For example, जो ladies लोग वो पहनती है ना बाला बैंजल्स, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Ring. That is a ring. And what is disc then? Disc. You have seen CD disc. Earlier क्या में होता था? CD DVD का disc होता था. That is a disc. That means no any part will be empty. All the part will be filled with the material. That is a disc. That is a disc. So this is a disc, and on one disc there is plus Q charge, on the other disc there is minus Q charge, and both discs is separated by a distance, a small d. So this can be like this. This can be in any shape. For example, this is disc, this is a sphere, this is cylinder, and see, this can be rectangular also. So let's say that there is plus Q charge here, plus Q charge is here, and minus Q charge is here. So this is also a capacitor. The condition for a capacitor is that this small d should be very less than A. So your capacitor will work only when this condition will be satisfied. What is this condition? A small d. What is a small d? Distance between the plate of the capacitor is very less than area of the plate of capacitor. What is A? A is the area of the plate of capacitor. Now, in my previous lecture, I told you that capacitance of a capacitor is not depending on Q and V. Can you remember that statement? Because I am just reminding you all, I told you that capacitance formula was Q by V, and I told you that capacitance of a capacitor is independent of Q and B. That means it is not depending on the factor Q and B. Now you will say that sir, in formula it is coming. I told you that I is equal to V by R, right? So what will be R? R will be V by R. Am I correct? So if I will ask you that on which factor resistance of a conductor is depending, so resistance of a conductor is not depending on V and I. Why? Because in class 10 you all have learned that resistance is depending on rho L by A. That means resistivity of the material, length of the conductor and cross section area of the conductor. So resistance is actually depending on this thing. Resistance is not depending on voltage and current. Why? Because when I will increase the voltage, current will also increase and both will cancel each other. For example, if suppose this will be 2 times, this will be also 2 times, 2 by 2, cancel. So resistance will not increase. So resistance is independent of voltage and current. Resistance is depending on this thing. Like that, capacitance is depending on some other thing. So on which factor capacitance is actually depending? On which factor capacitance is actually depending? That I will tell you that now. Actually, capacitance of a capacitor is depending on the shape and size. That means geometry of the capacitor. Then capacitance of a capacitor is depending on distance between the plate of capacitor, and it is depending on the area of the plate of capacitor. So try to understand that how we will derive that thing. Suppose that this is a plate and this is another plate, and on this plate, this is the first plate. On this plate, let's say plus Q charge is there. On this plate, how much charge is there? Plus Q. And on this plate, let's say minus Q charge is there, and let's say this is infinite plate. This plate length is what? Infinite. Let's say this plate length is what? Infinite. So there is a plate. This is a plate. Plate means you are understanding. Actually, we should make diagram like this. This is a plate and this is a plate. But I am not making diagram like that. Now you have to understand that when I will say plate, no? So plate means this. But I will make like this. Clear? So this is a capacitor and this is which? This is infinite uniformly charged infinite plane. What is this? This is uniformly charged infinite plane. This plate is uniformly charged infinite plane. Clear? If you will remember the first chapter, electric charge and field, there I have discussed this thing, uniformly charged infinite plate. I have assumed that area of the plate is A. What is A? A is area of the plate. That I have assumed, that I have taken the assumption. And we all know what is sigma. So before that, we all know that we have to take this approximation that D is very less than A, and we all know that sigma. What is sigma? Sigma is surface charge density. What is sigma? Sigma is known as surface charge density. If you remember previous chapter, what is sigma? Sigma is known as surface charge density. What is surface charge density? When charge is present on the surface. When charge is present on the surface, so sigma is known as charge per unit area. That means in unique area. That is 1 meter per area. How much charge is present? That is known as surface charge density. If you have collected all this thing, please watch that video on first chapter. Then you will understand all these things. So can we write that sigma is equal to Q by sigma is equal to Q by M? Now if we will find electric field between plate, E between plate. Can we find electric field between plate? That means can we find electric field between the plate means between this plate and this plate? That means in the midpoint. What will be the electric field? So what will be the direction of electric field? Tell me. Let's say this is the first plate and let's say this is the second plate. So what will be the direction of electric field on this point due to the first plate? Let's say this point is P. So what will be the direction of electric field on point P due to the first plate? Now electric field direction we all know. The direction of electric field will be away from positive. So this direction will be in this direction E1. Electric field will be in first plate, and due to the negative charge, it will be along the negative. So this will be the direction of E2. This will be the direction of E2. So what will be electric field between plate? E net will be equal to E1 plus E2. can we write E1 plus E2. Total, because there is one and two electric field, so E net will be equal to E1 plus E2. Can we write up to this? What will be E1? What will be E1? Can we? Electric field due to the uniformly charged infinite plate at a point. This derivation I have derived in chapter 1. Electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plate. If you don't know, then search on YouTube that electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plate by Sir Kanhaiya. You will find that lecture. So that electric field is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. How much is? I have derived this thing. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. And electric field due to the second, this is also uniformly charged infinite plate. So this will be also sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So what will be the net electric field? What will be the net? That is total electric field. This net electric field will become equal to LCM will become 2 epsilon naught, and this will be sigma plus sigma. So this will become equal to E net will be sigma plus sigma will be 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught. 2 and 2 will cancel, so this will be sigma by epsilon naught. So net electric field will be how much? Net electric field will be sigma by epsilon naught. Sigma by epsilon naught. Now we all know one formula, that is V is equal to Eg. Which formula we all know? V is equal to Eg. What is V? V is potential difference. What is V? V is potential difference. What is E? Electric field. And what is D? Distance. Actually, we all know this formula. E is equal to minus dV by dr. So dV is equal to E dr. If suppose I will not consider this minus sign, minus is just showing the direction. So dV will be equal to E dr. So V will be equal to E G. Here I have taken distance as G. Here I have taken distance as G. So V will be equal to E G. V will be what? E G. And what is this? Electric field is how much? What is the net electric field between the plate of capacitor? This is equal to sigma by epsilon naught into D. Up to this can we write sigma by epsilon naught into D. What is sigma by epsilon naught? See this thing. Sigma is what? Sigma is surface charge density. What is sigma? Surface charge density. So on the place of sigma, can we write Q by A? So see, on the place of sigma, if we will write Q by A, so this will be equal to Q by A epsilon naught G. This will be equal to Q by A epsilon naught G. And what is C? Now I am writing here. What is capacitance? Capacitance is equal to Q by V, right? What is capacitance of a capacitor? Capacitance is equal to Q by V. So capacitance is equal to Q by V is how much? V is equal to QD by A epsilon naught. QD by A epsilon naught. So A epsilon naught will come here and QG will come here. QQ will cancel. So C will be how much? Epsilon naught A by G. Epsilon naught A by G. This formula is very important. Capacitance is equal to epsilon naught A by G. Epsilon naught is what? Permittivity of free space. What is epsilon naught? Permittivity of free space. This value I will change in the first chapter. See the class now. So epsilon naught is a constant. Epsilon naught is a constant. What is A? A is area of the plate of capacitor, and G is the distance between the plate of capacitor. Whenever we are manufacturing any capacitor, whenever we are manufacturing any capacitor in the lab, then this thing we are keeping constant because epsilon naught is already constant. A is what? Area of the plate of the capacitor. So once we will manufacture any capacitor, then plate area will be fixed. या हम डेली क्या उसका कैपेसिटर को खोल के we will change the area of the plate. No, area of the plate of the capacitor is fixed. When once we will manufacture, area will become constant. What is G? Small g is the distance between the plate of capacitor. This is constant or it is variable. Once we will manufacture a capacitor, distance between the plate of capacitor is constant. So capacitance of a capacitor will become constant. But actually, whenever we want to increase the capacitance of a capacitor, so when the capacitance of a capacitor will increase, see this thing. Can I rub this? So see, when the capacitance of a capacitor will increase, when D will decrease, when D will be less, because this is inverse ratio now. So capacitance will increase if G will decrease. So if the distance between the plate of capacitor will decrease, then capacitance of the capacitor will increase. Or when you will increase the area of the plate of the capacitor, when you will increase the area of the plate of the capacitor, capacitance of the capacitor will increase. Up to this clear? Up to this any confusion? So that write one statement. Capacitance of a capacitor. Capacitance of a capacitor is depending on the geometry of capacitor. That is, area of plate on the area of plate and distance between plate of capacitor and distance between plate of capacitor. Clear? It is depending on area of plate and distance between the plate of capacitor. Clear? So write up to this. Fastly write up to this. Copy in your class note and make class note properly. Make your class note properly. Now we will discuss the topic that is energy stored in a capacitor. Next derivation is energy stored in a capacitor. So capacitance is not depending on charge and potential. Capacitance is depending on area of the plate of capacitor and distance between the plate of capacitor. That is the next topic. Energy stored in capacitor. Energy stored in capacitor. What I will do? I will take two plates. This is what parallel plate capacitor. This is parallel plate capacitor. On one plate I will take positive charge. Let's say this charge is +Q, and on the other plate it will be negative charge, that means -Q. So this is our first plate, this is our second plate. Let's say this plate area is A, this plate area is also A. Suppose here on this plate which charge is there? Positive. Here on this plate which charge is there? Negative. So there will be electric field between these two plates, and we all know that electric field direction will be from positive to negative. So what will be the direction of electric field? Positive to negative. So always direction of electric field is from positive to negative. So this is the direction of electric field. Let's suppose the distance between the plate of capacitor is small g. What is the distance between the plate of capacitor? Small g. And here also g is very less than A. That assumption I will take, because whenever there will be a capacitor, g will be very less than A. Now what I will do? That I will place a test charge here. We all know what is test charge. Test charge is positive in nature, and test charge magnitude is very low. That is unit charge, that is 1 coulomb charge. So test charge is positive in nature, and test charge is very less in magnitude. And then what I will do? I will bring this test charge from this to this. I will bring this test charge from this to this. तो यहाँ से यहाँ उठा के लाने में will this test charge will automatically come? क्या ये टेस्ट चार्ज खुद से चलाएगा? No, it will not automatically come. Then what I have to do? I have to do some work on it. Why? Because this is positive, this is also positive. So positive will repel this positive in this direction, so it will not automatically go. Then what I have to do? I have to do some work on it. Clear? and that work will be converted in the form of energy. That means if I will calculate that how much work I have to do in bringing this charge from second plate to the first plate, then we can calculate work, and work is the form of energy. So what actually we want to calculate? We want to calculate work done. What we want to calculate? We will bring test charge. Test charge. Test charge is what? Positive. Test charge from second to first. Second plate to first plate we will bring it. So whenever we will bring it, we have to do some work. We have to do some work, and that work will be exposed in the form of potential energy. And what is the formula of work? Work is F dot ds. FDS. What is work? Work is FDS. So why I have taken integration है? Because when it will come close now, then distance will decrease, and then there will be a variable concept. That's why for the small displacement we will calculate a small work, and then we will calculate total work. Then we will calculate total work. So we will integrate this. So what we will do? We will integrate this. Where to where I will do integration? Initially it is here, that means distance is 0, and finally distance is d. So I will integrate from 0 to d. I will integrate from 0 to d. Clear? So what is F? F formula we know now. F is Q times E. Whenever I will place any charge in any electric field, then on this charge there will be a force. We all know this thing, that if there will be any electric field and I will place any positive charge in this, then this will experience a force on it in the same direction of electric field, and that force will be F is equal to Q times E. So how much force will act on this? So work done will be equal to, can we write that work done is equal to integration of F? Can we write that this is QE ds 0 to d? On the place of F we can write QE ds. अच्छा, we know one more thing, that Q is CV. Q is equal to, C is equal to what? C is equal to Q by V. C is equal to, capacitance is equal to Q by V. So what is Q? Q is equal to CV. Cross multiplication. Q is CV. Q is what? Charge, capacitance, potential. So can we write that work done is equal to, on the place of Q I can write CV. So on the place of Q I am writing CV EGV. EGS. CV EGS. अच्छा. Now you know one thing. Now you know one thing, that dV is equal to EGR. You know this thing? dV is equal to EGR. So can we write that GR is equal to dV by E? Or here see, GR is what? GR is distance, no? GR is distance. So can we write that dV is equal to E ds, because here distance I have taken s. What is s? S is displacement, no? So s is distance. So on the place of dr we can write ds. So can we write that here can you see EdV? EdV can you see here? So on the place of Eds, on the place of Eds, can we write GV? Because GV is equal to EDS, and here is also EDS. So on the place of EDS, we can write dV. So can we write that work done is equal to integration of CV dV? Here limit will be 0 to d, because here function is ds. अच्छा, now see, my function has changed. Now what is the function of the integration? dV. CV dV. So how we will integrate this thing? dV means potential of voltage. So initial voltage is how much? Lower limit will be 0. Initially here potential is 0, and finally let's say potential will become V. So initial potential is let's say 0, and final limit will be V. So the potential will increase from 0 to V. Now can we integrate this thing? Can we integrate this thing? See, the integration work done will be equal to, C is what? C is a constant now. So we will take constant outside the integration. So this will be C integration of V dV, and limit will go from 0 to v. So can we write that work done is equal to c. This is integration of x to the power n dx. Integration of x to the power n dx, and where power is how much? 1. So this will be x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, right? So here v ka power 1. So v ka power 1 plus 1. So v square by 1 plus 1 2. So this will be v square by 2, and limit will go from 0 to v. Limit will go from 0 to v. I am having this one. Now put the limit. Put the limit. Can you put the limit? First put the upper limit and then upper limit minus lower limit. So y done will be equal to c. Y done will be equal to c. On the place of v, first put the upper limit. So this will be v square by 2 minus on the place of v put 0. So 0 square by 2. So can we write that y done is equal to c. This is v square by 2. So can we write that y done is equal to half c v square. What will be y done? Y done will be equal to half c v square. What will be y done? Y done will be equal to half c v square. Up to this clear? Right? Up to this firstly, y done will be how much? Half c v square. Now we can change this formula in other form also. See that how we will change this formula in other form. So work is a form of energy. We all know that work is a form of energy. So we can write that work is equal to half cv square, or work is equal to energy. That means U is what? Energy. So this is equal to half cv square. Half cv square. Now can we derive this formula in other form? Other form means we all know Q is equal to cv. We all know that what is capacitance of a capacitor? We all know this formula. Capacitance of a capacitor is Q by V. Q by V. So suppose that if on the place of C, if I will add Q by V, on the place of C, what I will add? Q by V. I can write now. So Q by V into V square. So this V will cancel this V. So what will remain? Half QV. That means another formula of capacitance will be half QV. We know again this formula that C is equal to what? Q by V. Capacitance is equal to Q by V. So can we write that V is equal to Q by C? V is equal to Q by C. So on the place of V, here see, on the place of V, if I will add, V will be Q by C now. V will be Q by C. So on the place of V, if I will add Q by C, so see what we will get? Half C. On the place of V, that Q by C. So this will be Q by C ka square, because this is V ka square. Something will cancel. What will come here? Half. This will be half C. This will be Q square by C square. See, this C and this C will cancel. So what will remain here? Q square by 2C. What will come? Q square by 2C. That means we are getting three formula of energy stored. So energy stored will be what? One formula will be half CV square, other formula will be half QV, and other formula will be Q square by 2C. So these three formula that you have to understand. These three formula you have to understand. Half CV square, half QV, and Q square by 2C. Q square by 2C. Is it clear? So if they will give you capacitance and potential, you can calculate how much energy is consumed using this formula. If they will give you charge and potential, then also we can calculate that how much energy is consumed in capacitor using this formula, half QV. If they will give you Q and C, then also we can calculate energy. So we will check that which thing they are giving. You don't have to memorize all this formula. You will simply remember one formula, that is half CV square, and then you will convert that. We know that Q is equal to C by V. We know capacitance is equal to Q by V. So we know this formula. We will replace this thing. We will replace this thing. Clear? Clear? We will get all the formula. So thank you. Please like, share and subscribe the video. In the next lecture, I will take combination of capacitor in series combination and parallel combination, and I will continue the lecture. Okay, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.